Today I'm having a look at this Conbrov camera. I was sent this at a reduced rate in exchange for a completely unbiased review. And so far it's just been a relief to get a camera this good. For about 9 months now I've been using a camera as an IP camera, as a security camera in my house, so that I can see what my pets are up to when I'm out of the house. I'm disabled, so I find it very difficult to move from room to room, so I have this, generally my camera pointed into my garden so I can see what my pets are up to and if they're okay while I'm in different rooms of the house, because it saves me from trying to hobble through from room to room. And the camera that I've been using, I don't want to say the name of the company, but it's just been trouble. From day one, it's just been so difficult to use. And this was so easy. This Conbrov, it oozed quality. It's much smaller, much cheaper than the one that I've been using. It cost more than 4 times as much. So when this arrived, I didn't have high hopes that it could be better, but I thought it would equal it, and it's just so much better than any camera for IP use that I've used so far. It's blown me away. The box it comes in oozes quality. It actually comes packed in black velvet, which I thought was fantastic. The base is nice and solid, so that when you have your camera, it just sits up of its own accord. You don't have to weigh it down with anything. It comes with screws, so you can instead just screw it onto things. So if you have it high up, you can have it looking down, and you can just position it very easily, and it just holds its own weight. Setup is incredibly easy. You just turn your camera on, give it a few minutes, and it will make a little sort of Wi-Fi cloud of its own. And then you install the app. It tells you where to get it from, on an iPhone or an Android phone, and then you just look for the Wi-Fi. So you disconnect from your normal home Wi-Fi router, and you just look for the Wi-Fi this is putting out, and connect to it. And that's stage 1. That means that you're now connected to the camera, and you can look through the camera's lens and do whatever you want with it. However, to view it from outside your home, what you need to do then is, once you've connected to its little Wi-Fi network, you go into its Wi-Fi settings and you tell it which network is your home network and what the password is to connect to it. And then it will connect to that network, and from then on you don't need to look for the Wi-Fi that it puts out. You just connect to your home network, start up the app, and your camera's right there. And once you've done that, you should be able to access this camera from anywhere in the world. It comes with the username admin and the password of just nothing, no password at all. So obviously when you connect it to the wide web, you do need to give it a proper username and password, which is difficult to guess because otherwise people can be looking in your house and they could use the camera to speak to you and things. So with any camera like that gives access into your home, you need to be security conscious. It doesn't come with an SD card, but when you put one in, you can then command it to record. So it will either record every time it detects motion, and it can warn you or email you every time it detects motion, or when you're logged in and you're seeing your pets doing something ridiculous, you can just hit the record button on your mobile app, and you can start recording onto the SD card. And then from your phone, it's very easy to then go into the gallery as part of the app and press play and watch those clips again, or you can take the SD card out and put it on your computer. And so it's useful for security, but I think it's also useful just for fun, and as a record of everything that's happened. So every time there's been motion, it will record for however many seconds you tell it to, whether it's 30 seconds or a minute or whatever. In terms of style, I really like that it's the way that it allows airflow through in the back. I don't know if you can see it particularly well. It's kind of got this old pattern like a Chinese lock, and I've never seen that before, and I really love it. I just think it's a really stylish way to do it. The whole thing is very, very solid, and the picture quality is great. You'll see on my on the photos that I upload with this review, the picture quality is fantastic. The speed at which it uploads and the frame rate is brilliant as well. You can play with the settings. You can change it from like standard definition to, I think it's 720 by 1280p definition, so it's kind of a medium res HD version. And the picture quality is crystal clear, particularly in the daytime, but it's also got nighttime mode, and you can play with the nighttime mode. I had a good play with nighttime mode, which it turns on automatically. because you can tell it not to desaturate in nighttime mode, and then you get really crazy colours as well, which was quite fun, although not so useful. So yeah, there's plenty to play with. Just have a look through the settings, take your time, and once it's set, it's just always there. It's always working. That's so comforting to know that whenever I want to use it, I just turn on the app and it's there straight away. It's streaming, and I can see exactly what's going on, and I can hear it as well. So there's no worry with the other camera I had. It was just always hit and miss whether it was going to work. The other thing is I found that once I found the IP address, I went into my router's settings, which is a little bit advanced, but I went into my router settings, found the IP address, and then found I could access it from my computer as well. You can't hear the sound when you do it like that, but you can access it from any browser. And the other problem with the other camera I have is that it's just a nightmare to do that. It involves all sorts of plugins to install and things, whereas with this, you just type in the IP address, put in your password, and you're away. So all in all, this is definitely well above 5 stars in my estimation. I'm so happy to have this, and I can wholeheartedly recommend it to everybody. Definitely, if you're looking for a camera this sort of price range, go for it. It's a bargain.